time, be sure your cell phones are in the side room. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to today's ceremony honoring Master Sergeant Sean M. Hughs on the occasion of his retirement from the United States Air Force Reserves. Presiding over today's ceremony is Colonel Lamb, 622nd Civil Engineering Group Commander. We are also honored to have in attendance today Master Sergeant Hughs' wife, Julie Marks Hughes, sons Jacob and David Hughes, stepmother Marjorie D. Sykes, stepmother Gail Hughes, father, retired Petty Officer First Class Edward Hughes, and brother, retired Chief Petty Officer Joseph Hughes. Ladies and gentlemen, please rise for the arrival of the official party and the singing of the national anthem. Ladies and gentlemen, retired Chief Petty Officer Joseph Hughes will now give today's invocation. Let's pray. Our Heavenly Father, God, we come before you today humbly, asking your blessings, Lord, on this ceremony, on each and everything that's done here today. God, we come here thankfully. Thankful, Lord, for those who have given up their lives towards good things, this way of life. God, for those who have made the ultimate sacrifice, God, we are eternally grateful. God, we use this time, Lord, we pray, Lord, that you would be here with us. God, that you watch over each and everything that's done. And we're thankful to call in remembrance of the accomplishments of Sean. God, we're thankful, Lord, that there are so many that travel here. We're thankful that you give them safe travels here. We pray when this is all done that you see them all home safely. God, we just pray, Lord, that you will continue to watch over Sean and his family, Lord, as he continues on in life. Lord, as he steps away from the military and into civilian life, we pray, Lord, that you will be there. You will guide him. You will guide his path. You will bless his opportunities, Lord. God, that you will be there with him and continue to watch over and bless him and his family. And we just pray that you bless the time we have together here in fellowship. God, that you bless each and everything that's done today. In Jesus' holy name we pray. Amen.
Amen.
Attention to orders. By order of the Secretary
presents greeting. This is to certify that the President of the United States of America, authorized by executive order dated 1 June 2015, has awarded the Meritorious Service Medal to Master Sergeant Sean M. Hughs for meritorious service. Master Sergeant Sean M. Hughs distinguished himself in performance of outstanding service to the United States as an assistant power production supervisor while assigned to the 567th Red Horse Squadron, 622nd Regional Support Group, Seymour Johnson Air Force Base, North Carolina, from 1 March 2012 to 1 June 2015. During this period, the professional skill, leadership, and ceaseless efforts of Sergeant Hughs resulted in a myriad of accomplishments both at home station and deployed. While deployed to the 1st Expeditionary Red Horse Group, Al-UD Air Base, Qatar, he rectified a lighting shortfall by retrofitting 188 luminaries, minimizing delays by 75% and saving $40,000 in contract costs. As a tenant unit team member, he led the repair of 200 feet of damaged airfield circuits, preventing disruptions to airfield operations for the 379th Air Expeditionary Wing and ensured 100% mission accomplishment. While assigned to the 567th Red Horse Squadron, Sergeant Hughs deployed to Clarksdale Regional Airport, Clarksdale, Mississippi. During this deployment, he volunteered to accept the challenging responsibility of acting first sergeant. His keen leadership and management of 80 assigned personnel ensured the innovative readiness training project, valued at over $2.5 million, was completed safely and within the established budget. His continual unflagging efforts at home station were directly responsible for the modernization of squadron generator maintenance logs, leading to a 100% accountability rate not experienced in recent memory. The singularly distinctive accomplishments of Sergeant Hughs culminate a distinguished career in the service of his country and reflect great credit upon himself and the United States Air Force. Ladies and gentlemen, please be seated.
Okay. I've done this thing dozens of times, but never quite get it totally right. But we're always learning, continue to learn until it's time to not do it anymore, I guess. But today we're here to celebrate Master Sergeant Sean Hughs' career in the military, and also to honor him at his retirement on this very, very special day. And he's got a lot of friends and family here I can see, and that's great. I want to welcome all of you. I've chatted with a few of you already, but I wanted to welcome you to the 567, and I'm just very glad that you're all here to share this special occasion. I wish my brain was such that I could memorize all that I'm supposed to do, but I've got to use my cheat sheet. So I'm gonna talk about Sean and his some of the things that he's done over his career. And starting out, he's currently in his current job with the 567. He was the Power Pro Shop supervisor here at Seymour Johnson, and he is a native of Amherst, Virginia. Graduated from Amherst County High School in 1992, and he was enlisted on active duty in the United States Navy from January 1993 until January 1998. Following a 2-year break in service, Sean joined the Navy Reserves in January 2000, and after 1 year of service in the Naval Reserves, Master Sergeant Hughs filed a conditional release and enlisted in the United States Air Force Reserves. I could say something smart right here, but I'm not going to. He found his true home with the Air Force. Assignments, July 1993 through March 1995. Neck, Virginia. He was a constructionman recruit, and he left as a petty officer 3rd class. March 1996 through October 1996, he was granted a humanitarian transfer where he served with the Naval Recruiting Office in Lynchburg, Virginia. October 1996 through January 1998, he was assigned to the NMCB-1 Naval Mobile Construction Battalion 1, the Seabees, stationed out of Gulfport, Mississippi. While he was assigned there, he deployed to Guam for 4 months and had an opportunity to participate in Operation Pacific Haven, which was, he had to remind me that this was where the Kurdish refugees, some of the Kurdish refugees out of Iraq were sent to Guam, and they basically retrofitted some of the housing there to house the refugees. So I'm sure that was very interesting work there in Guam for 4 months. After a 7-month home port, he deployed to Rota, Spain, where he also worked for 4 months, and he was working in the facilities maintenance area and installation of some water pipeline and things like that, I think. January 2000 through January 2001. Sean served with CB Detachment 3, Naval Reserve Center in Raleigh, North Carolina. And while there, he was sent TWI to Pine Ridge Indian Reservation, South Dakota, where he worked on some modular homes, some of the ones that are here. Know about New Mexico, our New Mexico project, where we build modular homes for the Indian Reservation folks because the conditions they live in are very poor, and so he had an opportunity to do that while he was with the Navy. January 2001 through November 2008, Sean was assigned to the 916th Civil Engineer Squadron, Seymour Johnson Air Force Base, North Carolina, where while he was assigned, he was sent TUI to various locations, including Gallup, New Mexico, for modular home work for the Native Americans. Carson City, Nevada, where they built a community center. And on March 9, 2003, he was mobilized and deployed with the 916th to Al Minhad Air Base, UAE, in support of Operation Iraqi Freedom and Enduring Freedom. It wasn't the most austere of environments and deployments, but we did a lot of hard work over there. I was actually deployed with Sean at the time. And it was basically a base for approximately 1,200 people and 21 C-130 aircraft. And we did a lot of base expansion work over there, building new facilities and taking care of the people and troubleshooting all the maintenance and the electrical systems and things like that. So Sean, he did an outstanding job over there in 2003. November 2008 until June 2015, Sean was assigned with 567th Red Horse Squadron, where while here he was sent TWI to various locations, including New Horizons, Panama in 2010, where they constructed a base camp for the Air Force to go down there and do its mission, constructing some schools and clinics for the Panamanians. And he was involved in the initial construction of the base camps, the layout of the electrical distribution system and things like that. So short time down there, but very, very hard work and good work that he did. He was also, he spent time in Clarksdale, Mississippi, which was mentioned in the declaration. And most recently, he spent a couple weeks down in El Salvador working on a Beyond the Horizons project joining with the Army, where I guess, I'm not sure which rotation you're on, but I'm sure he was involved in the initial coming out of the ground of a couple school buildings there at Estensuelas site, and all the electrical that was involved in getting that project started. So he did outstanding work out in El Salvador also. In August of 2011, Sean was deployed with the 567 to Afghanistan and Qatar in support of Operation Enduring Freedom. I was also with him on this deployment. Again, I can attest to him personally, he did an outstanding job. He was at Dwyer Air Base in Afghanistan, and I believe they were supported by generated your own electricity there. I believe you had 2 MEP-12 generators providing electricity for the cantonment area. So I'm sure he was heavily involved in that, as well as I think we did some. From what I remember, we did some work for the Marines, like some bed down facilities. And I just remember seeing this huge panel with a spaghetti, just wires coming out of it, just huge wires, not small wires. And Sean was a big part of that project and getting everything squared away, troubleshot, and operating Sean is, he's got a breadth of experience, both with the Navy and now with the Air Force. And I just want to say personally that Master Sergeant Hughs is a superstar. I don't say that lightly. He's a superstar. He would never say that himself. He would never tout himself as a superstar. But he is. He's one of the guys that I think he's the voice of reason. I can picture him in maybe a room filled with people where you're trying to figure out what to do. You know, maybe everybody's panicking. How do we do this? What's going on? I can kind of see Sean sitting over in the corner, kind of quietly figuring out the right answer to the project. That's just the type of person I see him being. And there's no doubt that, and once he speaks, I think people listen because they just know he is probably one of the most humble and most sincere people that you or I would ever want to know. He's not going to, like I said, he's not going to toot his own horn, I don't think. Very humble, but you can look at his eyes when you speak with him, and you can tell the sincerity that is there and what he's trying to do and what he's trying to provide. So, and I'm perfectly honest, totally honest when I'm saying that. He's just that type of person. So, finally, for the folks out there, the ones that have had the opportunity to work with Sean over the years, some of you guys and ladies may be fairly new, maybe you only had a short period of time with him. I would like you to just keep in mind the role model that he really is. He is just, he's one of those guys that you can look up to, you can know he's going to do the right thing, he's going to do it with honor and respect, and just think about that as you develop your own ways of operation, the way you do things, the way you work with people, things like that. He is a role model that you would really want to follow in your future. So, with all that being said, this is a great loss for the 567. I totally understand. It's time to it's time to go. It's time to go. But I'm truly honored that to serve with you all this time. I'm honored that you guys could do this today, do this ceremony, and I wish you the best of luck. Publish the order.
Attention to orders. Department of the Air Force, Special Order Number EK-2379. By order of the Secretary of the Air Force, Master Sergeant Sean M. Hughs is retired from the United States Air Force effective the first day of June 2015 after 20 years of faithful and honorable military service. Ladies and gentlemen, please be seated. At this time, Colonel Lamb will present Master Sergeant Sean Hughs with his retirement certificate. Certificate of Retirement from the Armed Forces of the United States of America. To all who shall see these presents, greetings. This is to certify that Master Sergeant Sean M. Hughs, having served faithfully and honorably, was retired from the United States Air Forces on the first day of June 2015. The certificate is signed by Lieutenant General James F. Jackson, Chief of Air Force Reserves, and General Mark A. Welch III, United States Air Force Chief of Staff. Master Sergeant Sean Hughs, we are pleased to present you with the following letter from our Commander-in-Chief, President Barack Obama. The letter reads, I extend to you my personal thanks and the sincere appreciation of a grateful nation of your contribution of honorable service to our country. You have helped maintain the security of the nation during a critical time in history with a devotion to duty and a spirit of sacrifice in keeping with the proud traditions of military service. Your commitment and dedication have been an inspiration to those who will follow in your footsteps and for all Americans who join me today in saluting you for success in the future. Signed, Barack Obama, Commander-in-Chief. To your right, Sergeant Hughes also has several letters signed by Presidents George W. Bush, William Jefferson Clinton, and George W. Bush respectively.